Okay, welcome everybody to another Funded Trader of Trader Pool video. And today with me, Ellie, the fastest trader who made it to the funded account, pass it within 2 single days. So that's amazing, Ellie. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay,
appreciate that.
so the guys at home probably dying to hear what you got to say, how you passed the evaluation in 2 days. Let's start with that. Give us some background on your trading and the process that you had.
So, background on trading, I actually just started trading probably about 3 years ago. Got into whenever I guess COVID timeframe. Started, understanding a little bit about the stock market, saw a lot of, stocks dip. And so just saw an opportunity to start to buy things that were a lot cheaper than normal. And so that's how I got introduced to the stock market. Ended up getting introduced into more the smaller cap realm just through I have a little bit more of like an obsessive personality. So whenever I get into something, I kind of want to study, want to grow, want to learn
Yeah,
as much as I can. And so I ended up getting into the smaller cap realm and just kind of specializing in there. I would consider myself probably a more short biased trader.
yeah,
Really going about shorting stocks that are, the top percent gainers for the day. Excuse me. Things like that, and really just looking for weaknesses. Whenever the stocks, up, 100%, 200%, something like that, looking for whenever it's going to shift its momentum, and trying to get in at those points and also just kind of manage risk because the stock can always turn on you, especially whenever it's that volatile. And so,
yeah.
you know,
That makes sense. So you did have 2 other accounts before passing this one. Tell me a little bit about the
mhm.
experience that you had on the first two.
So yeah, with the first two, I probably went a little bit outside of the stocks that I would normally trade. I was honestly just trying to get the account funded pretty quickly, and then by the other one, by this one, I was like, okay, I need to um, be a little bit more selective with the trades that I'm doing. And so it just honestly, with it happening within the 2 days, it was just because that was what the market gave me as far as the stocks that I'm looking for. And so that it just kind of happened, ended up being that way. But yeah, I tried to be pretty selective with the stocks that I'm ultimately trading to make sure that I'm going to have an edge. And so just kind of happened to end up that way.
Are you prefer to continue to trade small caps, or are you looking to shift it to the more big caps now that you're funded?
Yeah, I would say probably be a little bit probably leading a little bit more towards small caps, just 'cause that's what I'm a little bit familiar with. But being funded, kind of one of the goals is to when I see opportunity in more the larger caps, that to me is very evident, which direction the trade is going to go. I definitely like to take the opportunity to take those trades.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's basically the setups that will drive you, and not the market cap.
exactly, exactly.
Nice. So yeah, let me share the screen and show the guys at home how it looks like when you pass within 2 days. It's kind of rapid. Um, let's see that. Okay. So for those of you at home that are watching it right now, this is how the dashboard looks like. Once you're getting funded, you will get this message here. We'll set up an interview like we do right now. And this is basically the account. So you traded with $160,000 of buying power, reached the
hmm
target of 7,800, almost a pump. And this is basically the account. So you started with a drop and then found your way up. Do you remember what happened here at the drop?
Um, I honestly, I think the ticker was GFAI. I was trying to get a clear direction on which way it was going to go. It was kind of bouncing a lot, had a
Yep.
lot of volume. on Friday, and so ended up trading it short and long that day a couple of times, and so was just trying to get a feel for the stock, and then eventually got an understanding of what direction was go, how it was trading, and so yeah, ended up
Yeah.
having some successful trades out of after that.
Super interesting to see a lot of the traders trading the same stocks, right? The same symbols, like we all do, with the broker account, like we all did with the broker account. Nowadays, a lot of the guys on the evaluation and also on the funded account will trade the same symbol. So GFAI was very popular, and a lot of the traders made great amount of money on it. So super interesting to see you now that you became a funded trader, to see what will be and how much money you can make for both of us. So that
I'm excited for the journey. Yeah.
Definitely. And you said you've been trading for 3 years now, roughly 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. Okay. So you're already familiar with the volatility of the market, especially these days. It will be interesting to see what you're capable of. So I'm excited too. All righty.
I appreciate it. I'm excited as well.
Last words for the guys at home that watching it, maybe sitting on the fence, not knowing if to join Trader Pool or what to do. Anything you can give them like advice?
I would honestly just say studying. I don't think anything beats time in the market. Like I said, just being selective with the trades that you're making. You want to make sure that you have an edge, and then don't be afraid to attack it. Everything is experience. If a trade's not going exactly your way, then cut it. And on to the next one. I think sometimes we can tend to get emotionally tied to the trades that we're making, but if it's not going that direction, then just cut it and move on to the next one, and then you'll learn and have experience as long as you're continuing to learn and grow. So
amazing. And I will add to that one more thing. Like you did, you had 3 attempts before you reached that funded account, and I did say it a few times in the previous videos, but make sure you give yourself enough space and budget for 2, 3, 5 attempts until you pass the evaluation. There are guys that pass it within their first account, just one account and pass it, but in most cases, you will need those attempts to understand and learn and to find yourself or find your edge during this process. So just give yourself this budget of 3 to 5 accounts. So yeah, wonderful, Eddie. So I wish you all success, and hopefully the first check will be on the way.
Absolutely, I appreciate it.
All righty. So thank you. Take care.